Hello and good afternoon. We are here today speaking on conflict. This is from the Insights and Wisdom of Omuugn. And I, Angela Brown, am here with Omuugn. We're talking from the Insights and Wisdom of Omuugn. We're going to unpack conflict. And we're going to find out how in our personal lives we can use that to propel our actions forward, and then also how we resolve them and make our lives more meaningful. So please help me welcome Omuugn. Hey, Moon, how are you today?
Oh, great. It's good to be here this morning.
You mentioned that when you are at home with your family and somebody comes in and they want to do something, you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being this is really important to me. I think picking your battles, that's not necessary that anybody win all 10 out of 10. You let someone else win in one of those negotiation situations. And I loved that. That was an excellent way of setting the ground rules so that everybody can play by the same rules. Let's take turns winning.
There are a lot of people who are very egocentric. They want everything to be their way. Sometimes you'll have an employer that way. They're in a position of power and authority, and they really enjoy exercising that. They like to micromanage and get into everybody's business and tell everybody how to do everything. And that creates a lot of conflict personality wise. Whereas some people can say, this is what I want done. And if you have a good way to do that, that's fine. Let people be creative and find new ways of doing things, maybe better ways of doing things. If you find yourself to be sort of egocentric, it's time to take stock of some of your traits and characteristics, because other people are just as important as you are. You need to be considerate of other people emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and physically. You want to create environments that people want to be in. And you can live your life so that you avoid most of the conflicts by just being aware and mindful of people and mindful of yourself.
As my business has kind of taken some twists and turns, I've pulled my husband in and I've said, hey, I want to let you know that between my business and you always come first. And now I'm making a business decision. So I want to bring you in on it because there will be twists and turns. There will be some conflict. There will be some surprises. There will be some nuances and changes that we're not experiencing right now. And so I want you to be on board as we go through this journey. It's been interesting because even though it was my conflict and it was sometimes self-created by decisions I made, I have to realize and appreciate that he's also affected by those changes and those decisions. And so I think in order to resolve some conflict, it's important to be aware that it's coming.
Oh, absolutely. There are ways to resolve conflicts. One of the ways that we haven't talked about is there needs to be clarity and respect in the decisions that we make. We have a problem in that we all interpret words differently. We think we're communicating with people where in reality, they're getting a totally different message than we intend. We have to make certain that we're on the same page. There are different ways that we can do things to avoid the conflict, to avoid this enmity between people and companies, between companies and nation to nation. We live in a world right now that's conflicted in so many ways. And to move to a totally different paradigm where it's just peaceful and loving and tranquil, and people are interacting in a positive way with each other, life could be so much different than it is.
This was a great topic. I have learned so much. Learn to resolve the conflict before they arise. If you haven't already, please pick up your copy of the Insights and Wisdom of Omuugn. We are going through this meeting with Omuugn to discover some of the interesting insights and wisdom that will help you become a better person, a better leader, and a better manager so that you can be the very best version of yourself. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you again next time.